Get it? Text a message, I don't know the number. Flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle. Steady taking shots, never hurting them. Even then, y'all don't worry nothing.
So we find ourselves in...
do not start the video not telling people that you showed up to a gay bar yesterday.
Oh, bro. That was his fault. No. It was literally his fault.
Not.
We were eating pizza at a corner store, and all of a sudden this guy goes, yo, let's go to that bar, it looks good. The name is literally Dickens, and it's next to a sex store. And we walk in, I'm like,
wait, you're missing
a big part. You're missing a big part.
Well, I walked in with my wife, you know, yo, baby, here's a credit card, pick out whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, how am I not? You know? Something that you wouldn't know. But we walk out and he's like, yo, let's go to this bar, right? And I'm reading the sign, he's been saying Dickens all night. And I'm like, oh, the bar's actually named Dickens. Bro, we walk in, I'm like, there's something off about this place. We sit down, bro, and there's just flags all over the place, bro. And I look at him, I'm like, I see why you wanted to bring me to Dickens, huh?
What is my idea?
You wanted some Dickens, what you wanted. Anyways, guys, as you guys can see, we find ourselves in a very different place. This is not Miami. We're here for one occasion, and one occasion only.
Gay bar.
And it's the man, Arsh, the legend, Arsh B. Ballin. And we're gonna pick up his exotic car today. First one, right?
First one.
Yeah, because the Range Rover, I mean, it's up there, but it's not an exotic
It's up there, but it's not really an exotic.
Yeah. You excited?
Yeah, bro. I'm way excited.
I'm fucking excited
I
for
always
you.
said I wanted a Lambo at 23, so I'm making it happen.
We're not gonna tell you guys which one just yet, but you guys will see it. It's fucking
he almost
sick.
spoiled it.
Yeah, he did, bro. At 23, damn, that's young, bro. Yeah, that's young as fuck. Anyways, I know we're late. Let's get to it, bro.
I came, I saw, I praise the Lord and break the law. I take what's mine and take.
What car are you getting?
2028 Lamborghini Corolla.
You excited, Arsh?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Been waiting for this moment.
4-7. Fuck that, bro.
But I don't think it's worth it just for you for the URL.
Hell no, bro. And you're gonna lose 120 grand. I'm already down 50% on my Cullinan. I'm just gonna put the Mansory kit, and it comes with the updated light.
The real Mansory or Miami Mansory?
No, real Mansory. That's why it's taking forever. I think the kit's like 100 G's, bro. Like the kit alone is fuck. Not the Temu Mansories. Yeah, this is actually super nice, bro. And they're fast as fuck. I would have this in 296. Personally.
all day.
Yeah.
All day.
It sounds very nice.
They can fucking keep it, bro. 500 G's. Bro, what the fuck is going on with these prices, bro?
That's 13 amps.
13 amps.
Can we go in?
I don't think so. Are they all spiders? Roadsters?
I think so.
That's fucking retarded, bro.
No, I think there's 3 Roadsters and 3 regular.
Isn't this just basically an Mentorship with a body kit?
Pretty much.
Or like a Sion.
You probably find it on Temu.
Yeah, like a Sion with a better body kit. 65 G's for that.
Bro, it's lit. Okay, it's not about how old it is.
A Miami LARPer will still buy it. Boys, I'm excited today. I want to show you guys, see if I can get my 1099 from Top Step. But I was trading on Top Step last year. And I maybe bought like 6 or 7K worth of evals.
6, 7.
We're all over the age of 27, so you guys know. So I spent like $6,000 or $7,000 on evals, and in profit I made like $70,000. Like the actual withdrawal number was like $69,000. So I only made 60K on Top Step, but it was in the span of like 3 months, or 3 months. No, it was like, yes, it was like 2.5, 3 months. 60 G's snap ad. You know what I mean? And they fucking FTP'd me, which is basically just banning me, which is basically flattening me, like how a profitable blackjack player or a card counter would get flattened at the casino. And I'm excited because they unbanned me. And I bought immediately 5 evals, 150Ks. They're just combines, granted, they're just evals, but I'm already halfway through.
Order filled.
What the fucking delay? I'm already halfway through all of them, which is fucking exciting, you know?
What I want to say is keep grinding, keep trading. I know you guys know Raul, and you guys know my story now. So if I can do it, anyone else can do it. So just lock in, start working, start trading, pay attention, keep being disciplined, and the work you put in is gonna eventually show. Like as you guys can see
Bro,
today.
just congratulations. I know what it takes to be able to obtain something like this, so I'm excited to be here for this first experience. I think it's super fucking sick, and he deserves it, bro. I mean, look at him. He's wearing the Lord Pianas out today. Got the AP. Like he's ready.
We're ready. It's crazy because when I first joined your course, he had like a Mustang and then he had the Huracan with the blue and gold wheels.
The EcoBoost?
Yeah.
Strong.
Years ago.
The strongest beast in the world.
Yeah, that was years ago. Holy shit.
And that was like a full circle moment. We're here taking delivery on my car, my exotic car, and Raul's here.
You can get the biggest Chanel back in the store if you want it. I gave him the drill, they sucked it up, I got him on it. I bought a new Patek, I had the white, so I two-toned it. Taking these drugs, I'm gonna be up until the morning. That ain't your car, you just a Lisa, you don't own it. If I'm in the club, I got that fine when I'm performing. The backhand just came in and all hundreds. Fives galore, cute shit, they all on us. I'm from Atlanta, where young nigga crunch. I know they hate me, but I don't need
Thought he was gonna open the door for him.
All lights, rear cabin lights. This is manual. If you have any questions, give us a call.
What button do you use to call the bad bitches?
Yeah, right? You just give them some of this.
All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second. New car, dreams and nightmares. He knows it all, bro.
Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey to rest in peace. Hey to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas.
Bro, it's Punjabi. It's Punjabi, exactly. Well, you have to bless the Punjabi ears, bro.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he said, bro. All right, guys. So, Arsh, before we get into anything, tell the people what you bought, and more importantly, how you bought it, how you're paying for it.
Yeah, so I want to thank you to Raul for flying out, taking delivery with me on my 2024 Lamborghini Urus Performante. It's one of my dream specs. And how I got it was I've been day trading since 16, bought his course. He had the GTR, I think he had the Mustang, and then he bought the blue Huracan, and he had like the gold rims. And I've been trading ever since then. And I've been getting payouts, I've been trading live money as well. And it's just been like a long process, but it was well overdue, and I finally got one of my dream cars at 23.
So I know you talked a little bit about like the beginning of your journey, and you know you've been following me for a while. I mean, that Huracan that I had was, bro, years ago. That's crazy. I'm literally at this point. But besides the fact, what were you doing before you actually started trading? Like, were you making money before? Like, you just dove into trading like all in from the very beginning?
So I was basically doing regular school. I was in high school, but I never really worked a job. I had like money saved up, like as a kid, like when you get money for Christmas and stuff. And I went full in trading. Like my parents were like, either you're gonna make it out of trading or you're gonna have to get like a job, like a regular 9 to 5. But I was like, I'm not doing that. So I started trading at 16. Like I was trading under names and shit. But long story short, I was trading, and then at 16, as soon as I saw like prop firms follow FTMO, like when you get the 100K payout, that's when I hopped into prop firms as well. And I did like small account flips where you would put $1,000, make a couple hundred, or you would blow account stuff. So that was like my starting process. And slowly I started becoming profitable. And then when I turned 18, I bought my first Range Rover, which was the white one for like 110. It was 18, and then I bought my second one 2 years ago in 2024. Now we're here in Himbo.
So when you actually first got started, what was like your first real account that you actually deposited and traded with? Because I remember my very first trading account ever. I remember my very first trade I ever placed, it was only $500 that I had in my account, and I was taking trades on USD, JPY, and I made $50 on that $500 account, and I was the most ecstatic trader person that you could be. So what was your initial start?
My initial start was I did a broker called Traders Way. And I think I put like it was $150 in there, and I was trading US 30. So if you know back then, like it was moving crazy on a 0.01. You can basically let it like blowing your whole account if you go 0.01 on $150. And I was up like $70, and then I was up $30, and I thought it was, this is like life-changing money back then. So that's how I started. Like, and then I switched to like the gold. I was starting trading gold a lot, and then I switched over to prop firms soon.
Yeah, I remember the Traders Way. days, and they offered what was it, a 1 to 1,000.
Yeah, 1 to 1,000.
1 to 1,000 leverage. I remember the traders way days. I think they're still up, you know.
Yeah, and I think it was Hugo's Way too.
Yeah,
the broker.
Hugo's Way as well. Yeah, I remember Hugo's Way. Actually, I had my first biggest trading day, trading on Hugo's Way.
Hugo's Way, yeah.
Yeah, they're down. They're down at this point in time, but I remember those days specifically, the 1 to 1,000 leverage days.
And like gold was at like 1,300 back then.
Yeah.
Now it's at like 45.
Yeah. Bitcoin was under $5,000,
Yeah.
bro. I remember Bitcoin at around those times was maybe like, bro, only a couple $100.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin was out, which is insane.
Those were like the MetaTrader 4 days.
Yeah, MetaTrader 4, and everybody was on MT4. So in trading, we all, go through different ups and downs, and it could be at random stages in your career. You know what I mean? I've had some major swings before too. And when I first started trading, my thought process behind trading was, okay, well, once I become profitable, I'm always going to be profitable. I'm always going to be making money. And obviously we all know, especially we've been trading for a couple of years, it's not always going to be the case. So what was the lowest point in your trading career? It doesn't necessarily have to be the beginning, but it could be maybe something that happened recently, but just your lowest point that you actually reached.
Yeah, like my lowest point was in the beginning, like when you were starting out. I kept blowing accounts. I put $100 in and blow it, 500, 1,000. My main weakest point was over leveraging. I would over leverage the account, and I'd blow my accounts. Like my habit was I was trying to make too much money. I was revenge trading, and I kept over leveraging. So I blew a lot of money. I was at like a quitting stage. I'm like, Tim, I want to quit trading now. Like this is not for me. Then my friends were like, yo, you have to keep going and stuff. You know how Discord communities are in the chat. Everyone's talking, so everyone's just uplifting each other. So that's like the positives of joining a community. So I was doing that. Like I kept going. I was like once you're at that failing point, like it's like when you're digging, like that meme you see when you're digging for diamonds. You're like right there,
like the gambling.
Yeah, and then you turn back. So I was like, you have to keep going. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, at some point it definitely will if you put in the right type of work. What do you think is the one thing specifically that has helped you change your trading results in the beginning? Doesn't necessarily have to be like a strategy thing, but maybe even if it's just like a mindset thing. Like
a mindset wise, I'd say like sticking to like one thing in trading, like not listening to too many people and just focusing on yourself. And like another thing I would say is like staying more grounded. Like when I'm trading, I'm not chasing the money anymore. Looking more at the setups and stuff and see what the orders are doing. Not just like basically just blind jumping in. Oh, I'm up 10K, like 10K is my profit target. But look at the setup wise and basically go off of that. And what helped me the most, I'd say, is like people usually like jump around to different mentors trying to learn different trading strategies, but they haven't really tried, like they haven't used the full potential of the first trading strategy they're trying to learn. So when they jump around, like they're not taking the full concept. They're just taking parts of it and trying to group together one strategy, but that's not how it works. You have to like treat it like how it's college. Like if you major in one course, like you have to take all the classes leading up to it. I feel like that's what you have to do as a trader. It's like milk one strategy and find the best way ins and outs. If you feel like if you're not profitable in a couple of years, then maybe change your strategy or like try to find a way to sharpen it and make it better.
Yeah, because I know one thing especially in the beginning, like I've had even students tell me this before too, is like they'll grab pieces of my strategy, pieces of another guy's strategy, and then pieces of somebody else's strategy, try to like mix it and make their own. And I guess you could see some type of success with it, but long-term success, I think it would be very difficult to actually maintain because there's just so many different systems, and trying to mix and combine them all, it may not actually work out in the long term. So in my opinion, I think you're more than correct. We should just stick with the one thing, and if anything, you can maybe improve the execution of the system. You can improve maybe the entry areas, but that should be the number one thing, because if you keep changing what you're doing, because there's a big difference between changing and improving. If you're changing what you're doing, ultimately, like it's going to take you even longer to actually find some type of success versus if you're improving what you already have. There's two main differences there.
Yeah, it's like basically going to the gym, working out. You can add different exercises to grow your muscle, same way. And I think another thing that most people do is like to take signals like from a bunch of different people. They're trying to be profitable. Like, you don't want to do that. You want to focus on your strategy and find someone that uses your strategy and helps you trade, rather than just taking multiple signals from people just try to get quick couple of dollars.
Yeah, that's barely ever going to work.
Yeah.
Just take signals from tons of different guys. So how many trading strategies did you go through ultimately before you stuck to the one, let's call it the one strategy?
The one strategy.
You tried.
I'd say because the first thing I did was like buy your course. So basically like you learn what the charts are, how to read candles and stuff. And then after that, like it was more like self like trial and error, because when you're trading mentally, when you're one-on-one, like that's when you learn the most trading wise, and when you challenge yourself. So I feel like doing that, I pretty much didn't take any other courses. I looked into like supply and demand and like how institutions trade, etc. So that was like one other thing I did, but I didn't really take a course, but I just like looked up like what people do like banks wise. And just like
improving.
And then the main thing was just trial and error. Like I'm trading on the charts, learning what I'm doing, and journaling. Like you say, you're big on journaling. So like that's one thing. You want to journal your stuff and see where you can improve on, where like you're doing good at, and just basically sharpen your knife there.
So if you were to describe, what does your current routine look like? Like walk us through your current trading day.
So like my current trading day, like I would say it starts on a Sunday, how we have Asia session. So I'm looking at the charts there. I'm just, even if I'm not trading, I'm watching Asia session, and then I'm watching London as well. If I take an entry in Asia, most likely I'm closing out during London because of the consolidation. So like my sleep is very minimal. So when I'm trading Asia and London, I'll go to sleep around like 4 to 5 o'clock because the markets, they tend to switch. So like from there, I won't trade. Then I'll be up for New York around 10 to see what the markets are doing and try finding an entry. And the main thing is like if you're a prop trader, like you're using prop firms, you want to build a buffer and then trade New York. That's like the only way to be profitable. So I feel like that's what's been helping me as my strategy, because I switched over to futures. It's been like a month or so, and I had like 15,000 in payouts already.
Yeah, that's actually crazy for only a month or so too. And you're not the only person that I've heard actually say that, where you build a buffer on the overnight session and then use that buffer to try and make more profit on the actual New York session. So what do you think is the number one thing that you see beginner traders do that you're like, yeah, this guy's gonna blow his account?
The main thing I see is like as soon as they hop in, or like say they hop into Discord and they're just asking dumb questions in the chat, where like everything's like self-explanatory. I'm like, yeah, this dude doesn't have like any belief in himself. Like he's just asking questions, like he's not actually trying to put in the work and go do it himself. Instead, he's trying to ask for someone to baby walk them. So I feel like the main thing I would see is like if someone's trading wise and they're just like full porting the account in the beginning, like they're going full size, I feel like you already know they're going to develop like a little gambling problem on the trading wise.
100%.
But like if someone's going and trading and actually treating it like they're going for the setups and stuff and not chasing the money, then that person will eventually succeed, because he's not doing it for the money, he's doing it for the setups, the passion about trading, how candles move, how orders come in, like supply and demand, etc. That's like totally different. It's like someone's trying to do trading just for the fashion, I would say they're gonna fail.
Bro, there's so many people nowadays who just LARP trading.
Yeah, just LARPing now.
See, literally.
Everyone's trying to be influencer LARPing trading, so
just full port other accounts, and that's it.
And get payouts and flex in Miami.
Yeah, just LARP on Mary Brickell Village. That's the number one thing. I mean, at least for me, when it comes to like the program too, I look at it that way too, where it's like, if you haven't even gone through certain sections of it and you're already asking questions about things you haven't even watched, it's kind of like, you know, it's there. Why not consume the content, consume the education first, and then ask the questions?
It just shows like you're lazy pretty much. You're not really want to put in the work. Like you'll see who's putting in the work, like watching the videos, actually back testing and trading and stuff. Like that's like a big difference. Like with me, like I won't talk much, like you mentioned before, like in the Discord chats. I'm just like grinding, working. Like even now, I'm trying to learn order flow. Like you won't see me talk about it until like I finally know what I'm doing with order flow.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it too, is like one big separation is like a lot of people obviously wants to get into trading because of the money, of the freedom and everything, but I feel like if you don't make the switch from the beginning phase where you get into trading specifically to make a lot of money, to then focusing on high probability setups, focusing on execution, focusing on managing risk, focusing on win rate or multiple, then you're just going to end up being stuck in some form of a cycle where you're just consistently trying to either flip accounts or full prop from accounts just to get like that one payout, but then that one payout's really not going to save you long term. So you have to make that switch and that mindset change, and that change in identity as a trader, from let me focus on making a lot of money to let me focus on executing my system properly. Then the money will come because of me executing my system properly. And it also takes off a bunch of weight off your shoulders when you're like, okay, well, I can understand that this one individual trade really doesn't matter when you look at an outcome of hundreds or thousands of trades that I'm gonna take. So why am I gonna put 30, 40, 50% of my account on this one individual position? It doesn't really end up making sense.
And just to like add on top of that, I feel like once you're comfortable taking losses, that's when like you become a profitable trader.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like when they take a loss, like they're demotivated, like they're having a bad day. So, like once you're actually comfortable taking a loss, I feel like you're at that point where you have like room to trade, and like you're comfortable with trading. You're profitable once you're comfortable taking losses. A lot of people aren't comfortable taking losses.
Yeah, that's one thing that I see too. They look at a loss as like a bad thing. They look at a loss as like, oh my god, like where did I fuck up?
Yeah.
That's not necessarily always going to be the case, because again, you're gonna lose. Like it's guaranteed you're gonna lose. What is important is if it's a planned loss, and if it's a good loss, or if it's a loss that you took from a FOMO trade, from a revenge trade, or if it's a loss that you took that you oversized. Those are bad losses. Of course, you want to try and avoid as many bad losses as possible. But whenever I take a position and I take a loss, it's like, okay, cool. Like I understood the risks that are involved with taking the position that I did. What you have to be more comfortable with is the size of the loss, and making sure that that size specifically is manageable and that you can recover from it in a short period of time. Because if you're in a position where you give back days, weeks, or months worth of gains, it's going to be so much harder for you to claw back from that loss. And it can be one individual loss, and there's like that happens in so many ways, shapes, or forms. It happens from paper cutting. It happens from somebody entering a trade with a stop that's just too large, or it can even happen from just somebody completely removing the stop and then hoping the position is gonna reverse at some point and move into their favor.
And just to like say one more like piece of advice I would say is like, we're traders. Like if we compare ourselves to like football players, soccer players, or whatever, they all get injuries and stuff. So that's like a step back. It's the same thing as with trading. Like if you take a loss, it's just like a minor step back, and you heal from it and you move on and keep growing and keep getting better. Same thing like with sports. Like they get injuries and they come back. It's not like the end of the world if you take a loss.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yep.
It's literally a part of the game. That's what it is. So how do you manage your risk? Like what's your actual, like, you don't even have to like, go into this, I only risk 1-2%, but what's your actual like risk management system whenever you either start an account, or you're trading in your top step accounts now, to which you posted a payout yesterday. So what's your approach behind that?
So for like my personal accounts, I'll just go over that minorly. When I'm trading gold, I'm like only risking basically like, I'd say 1%, but I'm risking like over 50 to 70 pips is like my max. Like it doesn't matter what lot size I'm doing on gold, that's what I'm doing, because I'm aiming for the precise entries. But for like Top Step and stuff, like all the prop firms that I'm doing, mainly Top Step, I like to risk the daily loss limits of $3,000, but I'm only risking half of that for a trade. So I'll risk $1,500 to see if I can hit a trade or not. And if I hit $1,500 loss, I'm done for the day. Then I'll move on to the next day. And if I don't win, then my next trade, I'll just double my risk pretty much.
So do you only take one trade a day?
It depends. Like if I take a loss right off the bat, but it's a small loss, I'll take another trade. But if I'm down like overall like 1,500 to 2,000, I'll call that a day. I won't like try to revenge trade, because usually like I have a good win ratio. Like on Top Step right now, I have like an 88% win ratio, so I'm doing pretty good. But I like to trade, but usually I can make my profits back. But I don't like revenge trading. Top Step makes you trade every day to get your profits. Like it's a 5-day minimum $150 payout. So like usually I'll aim for that. But risk-wise, I'm only risking $1,500 a trade for a 150K account.
So let's say you're risking, that's half your DLO, isn't it?
Yeah, half.
So let's say you're risking half your DLO. What's your like average profit target versus what's your average realized profit on a trade?
I'd say like I'd aim for like 3,000, like a 1 to 2 usually. And sometimes I'll close with $2,000 profit. Or if I'm risking 1,500 and if I'm up 1,500 or like $900, I'll close a trade and basically start building my trades off of that. Say I'm up
like
$900. Yeah, so like the next trade I'll risk $2,100 just because I have a little buffer.
Yeah.
And I'll keep growing based off of that.
Yeah, I do something very, very similar, just a little bit of a different approach. Like let's say I start off the day, whatever, I'm risking $1,000 on a trade. I'm up already $2,500. Then I'll go from risking $1,000 to risking then $1,500. Try and get another 2 or 3 R and just continuously build that profit and that buffer on the day. So if I'm up like 5K, then it's like, okay, well now I'm gonna risk 2K to try and make another $4,000, $6,000. And some of the trades hit full TP, it's a $10,000 session. Some of the trades ended up only going maybe halfway, break even a loss. And I'll call it a day from that point. But I feel like especially when you're scalping and you're looking for these like intraday moves, that's like the best approach to do, and it's the least stressful approach. Because if your first trade of the day is green, then you're already in a good mindset where you're saying, okay, well, I'm already up on the day. I don't have to stress.
Yeah.
Like you can literally risk that entire profit on that one trade on an A+ setup on that day, whether you're trading in the morning or you're trading the lunch hour, you're trading in the power hour. You can risk that entire trade on that day to try and gain another 2-3 R, so double, triple your profit.
Yeah.
And still be chilling because at the back of your mind, it's like, okay, well, worst case scenario, I'm going to be break even for the day.
Yeah, you're not.
I didn't make anything, I didn't lose anything, but I'm willing to put that risk on the table to potentially make X amount more.
And you're not like stressed out, like, oh, if you need to take a loss because you're only losing your profit.
Exactly.
Worst case, you're back to break even.
And it's worst case scenario. That's like the most peaceful mindset to actually have, instead of somebody consistently trying to just risk the same thing and just take like one position a day. That's at least my thought process behind it.
And that's like the main reason I switched over to futures, because like you can do intraday trading versus like trading gold. I'm holding for days, stressing about it, looking at my position. Yeah. When I'm sleeping, I'm waking up, like I'm having dreams like, oh, the trade's in drawdown or in profit. So I was like, I need to switch. Like it's not good for my mental health.
Yeah, bro. I remember I used to have those trades on gold. I was actually watching a few of my older YouTube videos when I had that S&V. Like this is like, I think 2021 during COVID, and it's so much more stressful because I'd be trading a 4-hour time frame, and I'll be using a 4-hour time frame for structure, supply and demand levels, and then like an hour time frame for entries, maybe like a 30-minute time frame for entries. And bro, I would be holding positions for fucking 3, 4, 5 hours just to get like a 2R. 2R, yeah. Just for a 2R. I get a 2R like this. Like my average trade holding right now is like 10 minutes and I get a 2R. It's like super quick. And I can just move on with the day. You know what I mean? And I'm making just around the same, if not more, in a shorter time span.
That's what I realized too. I was like, yeah, that's why Raul switched to futures.
Yeah, and it's not even that I switched to futures. I've been trading indices specifically, so like SPX CFDs and NAS and US 30 CFDs for, I want to say, about 5 years now. But then futures contracts is different. I delve into futures contracts more heavily because of the order flow. Because of the order flow data, which I still trade CFDs. I mean, I love trading CFDs, especially being a little bit of a degenerate, you know what I mean, with that 1 to 500 leverage. It's the best.
Yeah, that's why I still trade gold too. But I do it more on the side now. Like now I don't have to daily trade gold to make my money. I can just like wait for A+ setup and take that gold trade. Yeah, where it's like once every 2 weeks or something and swing it, and then I can day trade futures.
Yeah, I'm doing something similar, but mainly with other instruments. So then, at what point did you actually realize you're like, okay, well, you know what? I think I can actually make this work full time.
I think it was when I turned 18. Instead of like going, I was still going to college and stuff. But once I turned 18, I was like, yo, I got this, because I bought my first Range Rover. I had enough money for a down payment and the monthly payment. So like, I could pursue this full time. I just need to find a way to scale my profits and find like the way I could allocate capital and keep trading. And if I can sustain this, like being profitable every month, and basically I'm like, this is my full-time job here, is just trading. Like when I got my car, the first car, my Range Rover, I was like, okay, this is definitely sustainable. And my parents, like, they started to believe in me too. They're like, okay, yeah, trading might work out for you. So I was like, that gave me like a lot of boost and confidence. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do this full time. Like I didn't work any other jobs. I took like less classes just so I could trade more and just get that experience in the game.
Now I've bought, a lot of cars, and every single car that I've had, like the thought process behind it and going through it has always been different. So like, what was the actual thought process behind buying your perf?
So my perf, so this is a funny story. When I bought my Range Rover, the second one, the 2020, the carbon bronze one with the carbon wheels and stuff. So when the day before I bought it, I sent like in a group chat to my boys, like, I'm not happy with this car. Like I'm buying this because I got allocated this, but I want a Urus. So I was looking for a Urus. Then I was trying to sell my Range Rover, but it didn't sell. So I was still looking for a Urus. I was like, I'm gonna get a regular Urus. So that was what my mind was, like buying a regular Urus. I didn't think I was gonna get a perf. And then like a couple months, it's been like 3-4 months, I've been looking for the right spec for the Urus perf. I even flew to Miami like in like August, I think. I went to a couple dealers in Miami trying to look for a Urus. Didn't find the right spec, and then I finally found the right spec. I was like, okay, do I want a regular Urus or should I get a Urus perf? And I was like, Urus perf is just way better than a regular Urus. Everyone has a regular Urus, so I went with the Urus perf. It's one of my dream cars. And I live in Delaware, so it's like, I can't do a car because of the snow and the weather. So I feel like I'll do a car later down the road, but I needed an SUV, so I did the Urus perf.
Nah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Urus perf. You literally have the best of both worlds. I mean, you have 600 horsepower. It's a Performante, so it's not like a super like comfortable ride like the Urus. You actually have like a really sporty or race feel to it. And I mean, it just looks insane.
Yeah,
It just looks insane.
It's literally the perfect car. My dream car.
It's literally the perfect SUV in my opinion. It's a good mix between a sports car and then of course like a regular SUV. You have literally the best of both worlds. So I guess it's kind of like a mixed question. What did your maybe friends or family say when you were actually getting the car?
When I was getting the car, I didn't tell many people because you know how people are.
Yeah.
I kept it like super small. Like I think the first person I told was you when I was asking you some on advice on like what should I do financing wise. And then my family, they're like, my dad was really supportive about it, even my mom. But I asked them, like, did you guys ever believe that I would buy a Lambo? When I would say I want to get a Lambo at 23, they were like, no. So like we didn't really believe it. We thought you were just saying stuff because they were happy with the Range Rover I got. Of
course.
Because we come from a really small like family. Like we didn't really have money as growing up. We were like always just like on a budget and didn't go out as much. Like they didn't think it was possible, but like now I showed them like, yeah, I did it, and like they were really happy about it. Even my friends, like my two closest friends, I always told them I'm gonna get a Urus. Like we have messages. I can send you screenshots like, I'm gonna get a Urus Perf. I'm gonna get a Urus Perf. Every time I'm in Miami, I'm like, damn, I need to get a Urus Perf. And I actually made it happen. So like I manifested everything into happening. I was like, hopefully Raul comes down. Like next thing you know, you're here too.
Yeah, bro, how could I not be here, bro, for your first Lamborghini? That's insane. That's an insane accomplishment. Like most people only dream to have being able to do what you did.
Yeah, and that too at 23. I feel like a lot of people think it's like, they may not think a Lambo is really big because of social media, like because you're comparing.
The desensitization, bro, that's all bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yep.
It's huge. I mean, you're talking about multiple six figures on car, you know? And even then, like there's a lot of people with a lot of money that still don't buy these types of cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's definitely a big deal, even if it was just like a Huracan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From like 2016 that you can get for $200,000, bro. It's still a big deal. The majority of people won't be able to accomplish it for whatever reasons, you know?
Yeah, because a Lambo's a Lambo.
Lambo's an exotic car is an exotic car. Yeah. At the end of the day, like it is a lot of money on a car. 100%. If it's a $200,000 car, if it's a $300,000 car. So what do you think is the craziest reaction you've gotten so far?
So far, I feel like just people around us in the city, just the reaction to the car. And on Instagram, I feel like I have seen a lot of people messaging me. They're trying to guess what car it is. They don't know. I feel like it's
bro, me too. My DMs too, bro.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to guess, see what it is, sending pictures. I feel like once we reveal the car, everyone's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I mean, fuck. Again, you know, there's a lot of people's dreams cars, and to see other people
do it,
accomplish it, and do it, only gives them more motivation.
And I feel like it's different
insurance
because you as a mentor, like not a lot of people see their mentors as soon as you get the cars. When you see the mentor like getting the cars, no one ever sees a student. It's like actually killing it.
No.
I feel like we're changing the game now because you see me in a Lambo. People see my lifestyle. They see you. They're seeing like you're doing what you're doing, and you're helping others do it too.
Yeah.
And not a lot of other people can say the same.
Yeah, and that was kind of like the point too. Because I've had a lot of students get their dream cars. You know what I mean? G80s, F80s. They had Jeff with the R8. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really see a lot of other like trading mentors actually having their students like live the life that they wanna live for. You know. Whatever.
Yeah. The best I seen was payouts.
Yeah.
$900 payouts.
Yeah. And then. If someone was watching this right now and they were you were, if someone was watching this right now and they were you were in the beginning, let's just say, you know, confused, jumping between strategies, what would you tell them?
I would tell them like, just stick to what you're doing and start trading and like be more disciplined. Don't just like open a demo account, start full porting trades thinking, oh, I can make money, this is easy. And then next thing you know, you think you're a trader just because on demo account you made some money, just like full porting dumb shit, because that's just gambling. So I feel like you should really take in whatever you're learning course-wise, whoever's course it is, learn the basics of it, actually use it, and then journal your trades. And then once you see, like, even if you put like $100 in an account, try building that slowly. Don't try full porting it. Like take super small trades, become profitable a couple months. Like once you see consistency being a profitable trader, not just gambling random trades, I feel like that's what you should do. And then slowly you can go to prop firms and build your capital off of that. It's literally that easy. I know it sounds easy, but it's really hard because you need to look at the markets and put your reps in the market because the markets aren't easy and the conditions are always changing. You need to be able to adapt to the markets.
So you went through DTI specifically. What do you think inside of DTI is something that really
changed the game for you?
For me, it was like in the beginning, because I bought your first course, which was the $200 one, and then the other ones I bought as well. And the main thing for me is like, it's no bullshit. Like people like put keywords, like you've seen like ICT and shit, like they just make code words for the regular strategy, like supply and demand. They call it fair value gaps or whatever you want to call it. And for DTI, it's like everything is straightforward. Like you see a candlestick, highs and lows, you know what it is. Supply and demand, like you know, there's a key level area. So it's like it's like what main trading really is what's in DTI. And after that, like you could add your own sauce to it. You don't have to fully follow everything, but like the layout is pretty simple for you to understand the basics and then expand from there. And you're around like people who are like actually want to see you win. So it's not like, oh, you bought my course, boom, you're done, that's it. So I feel like that really helps you as a trader, is like where you know you're getting
community.
good, yeah, community.
Yeah. And if you could go back and do it all over again, but faster, what would you do differently?
The main thing would be stop over leveraging, because I kept over leveraging in the beginning. Just like full porting accounts and not taking it as serious. I just like would look at a chart and see if it's a buy or sell and just hop in. And like in the beginning, I was just trying to do whatever, take signals, try to make money. Like then if I wish I didn't do all that and just like locked in on trading strategy and build a super small account, like even if I started with $100, it would probably be at like 6 figures by now if I just stuck to that one account and built it slowly and started trying to make quick money. Like if I took the slow route, it would have been better, because the main thing is like I got to this level because the whole journey behind it is like there's no point in you to cheat your journey, because once you get to this level, then you're not gonna be able to maintain it because you haven't been through all those steps to get to that level. So you won't be able to maintain that level. So I feel like it's important for every single trader to go through that whole journey, because it's only fair that way once you hit your goals.
And I think that was it for...
And I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Raul, because a lot of people message me. I know a lot of people say, like, as an influencer or whatever you want to call it, or as like a day trader, people want to know, like, how do you maintain that lifestyle? Like, you've been doing it for years. You started, basically, I feel like you were the face of trading. You still are, I think, in my opinion. And like, you've been maintaining it for forever. A lot of people you see come and go, and you're at that top level still. I feel like you're going to keep killing it too.
Yeah. I mean, bro, to be honest with you, it's pretty simple. When you have the actual skill of trading and being able to genuinely pull money out of the markets, whether it's through prop firms, your own personal trading account, it's like you have the freedom at your fingertips at any point in time. And if you ever hit like rough periods, you can always come back from that. So I've always had, I don't want to say like that peace of mind, but it's not only something that I genuinely enjoy. Like I trade every single day. And then on top of that, I've built a skill over the last decade where I know that if I continuously improve, there's only up from here. Like that's really what it comes down to. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you know, like with certain businesses, they could do good, they could do bad. You know, when you're employed for somebody, you know, you could be doing good, you have a set salary, but then you can get fired at some point in time. When it comes to trading, it's all relying off of you, and especially with prop firms nowadays. I mean, you can go to Apex, you know what I mean, which by the way, you can use code Lambo for 8% off. You can go to Apex, get 20 accounts, and bro, all you need is one payout of $3,000, and that's literally $60,000 in a single payout.
And that's like life-changing money for some people watching.
Yeah, bro, and you're talking about now with Apex, I have the end of the day drawdowns, the rules are super simple, and then it's minimum 5 days to pay out. So in 5 days, you can get $60,000 in a payout. You know what I mean? Like the possibilities now, especially compared to when I started, really are endless. Because back then, you know, I was continuously funding my own accounts, and you know, like I couldn't really make a lot of money on what I had at the time. But nowadays, bro, I could just, if I wanted to, you know, like I did today, you know, open up a TopStep account. I know on TopStep I can get $6,000 per payout. That's 30 grand in the next 5 days, let's call it, I can get. So, you know, there's just so many different possibilities. And at the end of the day, it all comes back down to the root of it, which is trade. And that's it.
So something happened last night.
Yes. So basically, we were standing outside of the hotel waiting for you guys. And I don't know what he was on, bro. He was either extremely drunk or was off with something, and or both. And he comes and he's just like I don't even know how to describe it. He was asking us for direction. We don't even fucking live here. We told him that. And he was just literally inaudible. He just wasn't all there. Tried stealing my daughter's clothes for his niece. Apparently somebody left the bag for him there.
Yeah, someone left it for him there.
It became a problem.
Snapped us.
We got my daughter's stuff back. Went into the hotel. He followed us, called the police saying we were stealing shit, which I don't know about you, but I don't feel the necessity to steal $80 baby clothes from H&M, personally.
He called me an Arabic man of 45 years old.
He racially profiled me.
Absolutely. I'm like, yo, I'm Puerto Rican, 26, bro. You're completely off.
Because the guy looked like everybody else, and he went for the one with darker skin. And
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he did it. He did that shit, definitely.
And bro, they were escorting him out of the building because we were going up. We're like, yo, we're not dealing with this bullshit anymore. And he pulls a fire alarm. And then fucking NYPD shows up, and then the fucking fire department shows up off this gentleman.
Bro, they evacuated everybody. Literally everybody had to come out of the rooms.
And it was like 1:30 in the morning, bro.
Tough.
Yeah, it was interesting events that occurred on that.
The whole street got shut down. The whole street was shut down. Couldn't park there. Had to park like 15 minutes away.
And then come to find out, that was Raul's server at the Dickens.
that's what
And I was gonna fucking say that, bro, before he said it. And that was his boy who invited him out to Dickens. So unfortunately, guys, it is our last day here in New York. We're actually late to the airport, extremely late. Our flight's in 2 hours, and it's gonna take us at least 40 minutes to get there. So maybe it's not our last day, but we'll see. Anyways, first of all, Arsh, bro, you gotta show them what you made just on this trip alone.
So I was trading yesterday. Me and Raul were in the Sprinter, and he had his laptop. I was like, yo, let me join him and start trading. So I took a trade, and while we were at the dealership, I made 5K. Like, we had to take profit at the dealership while I was taking delivery. So as you can see, I made another 5K today. I'm up like 31,600 on my funded account. This is one account for Top Step. And I'm gonna get a withdrawal for tomorrow for another 5K. I'm already up 15K so far out of payouts. So I'm gonna do another 5K tomorrow. But I have 32K profits in my Top Step account, which is crazy because I did 5K yesterday and a 5K today.
Yeah, and imagine if you were copy trading another 4 accounts.
Yeah.
You'd be up big time.
Yeah, but
bro, would be up half the years already, bro.
Yeah, and another thing is I wasn't really gonna trade, but you're like, yo, we might do a trading content. So I went and bought a laptop at Apple Store because they're open 24 hours at like 1 a.m. Got the laptop, and I guess it paid out.
Bro, the laptop paid itself the next day, bro. That's fucking hilarious. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys gained some value from the mini podcasts that we did with Arsh. And more importantly, I hope you guys are inspired to continue to actually trade and not give up. As you can see, Arsh has done extremely well for himself and even made $30,000 on this trip on his funded accounts while taking delivery of his Lamborghini. I mean, that's something that you can only do trading,
crazy.
bro.
And huge shout out to Raul because he flew in from Miami. I know it might be only a 3-hour flight, but it takes a lot out of your schedule, especially when you're busy, to come here and take delivery with me. So it means the world to me. And shout out to Raul because this all started when I was 16, bought his first course. So if you really need help with trading and you're a beginner, like, I feel like this bootcamp will be for you because you get the best of both worlds. You get to get a better win rate with order flow, and you get to learn the basics through me, get the technicals, and I'll show you guys how to like build your payouts for Top Step or any type of prop firms you guys want. The first mod, I don't know, maybe get down pipes.
Yeah, some down pipes. Can't go wrong with down pipes, to be honest with you. Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Are you gonna miss Dickens?
I'm not gonna miss Dickens.